What's good, guys? This is Carlos, the Colombian guy. Welcome to my YouTube channel once again. And today, guys, I would like to bring you the updates and the best information about Medellin, Colombia. But first of all, I would like to say thanks to everyone that has subscribed to my channel. Thanks for the ones that are gonna subscribe. Thanks for the one that will subscribe to my channel. You'll be helping me a lot to get close to my goal, which is my YouTube channel for this year. And none of this, you hear me? None of this would be possible without y'all behind the screen. So, all I can say is like, I'm grateful, thank God, thank y'all for everything, thanks for the love, the support that y'all been showing me. It just let me know like I'm doing great and amazing job, and every day I wake up with the idea to find the best information, the best updates to bring to my channel to keep you guys, updates about, Colombia, Cartagena, Medellin. So if it's your first time watching me, like I'm focused, in my city, I'm born and raised in Cartagena, Colombia, but I like to also, bring a little bit, like a bit about, Medellin, a little bit of my country, but I'm always focused, and bring information about my city, Cartagena, Colombia. And guys, this time, I know I've just been bringing like lately some news about Medellin, guys. And today I also had to do it because like that's the info that I have, that's the updates that we have about Medellin. And guys, like let's just say with this, but before I just say with that, I just hope you guys don't be a hater for the mayor of Medellin, because he's just trying to do like his job, like he's been getting a hard time trying to manage Medellin about tourism, all of that. So so I hope you guys understand this part. So guys, let's just say with the updates and the best info about Medellin, guys, and the mayor of Medellin has revealed his plan to end with the sexual tourism and the tourists related, with drugs, all of that. So, he already, it's not like he's working on a plan. He already present the plan. How they gonna work to end, finish with the sexual tourism in Medellin. Well, I know that's how it works, but so he's saying that like he's gonna end with the they were trying to end with the sexual tourism, all this issue about tourists in Medellin. So guys, before I just said reading this shit, this history, I just want you to guys to understand like English is not my native language. I'm born and raised in Cartagena, Colombia, so I can make some mistake in English, and I hope you guys understand that part. Today, I'm gonna bring like two different news about Medellin, but they all related to tourists, and I think it should be like very important for you guys to get this info about Medellin. So guys, let's just say with these guys, so among to the main proposed to modification, the creation of the Secretary of Tourism and the reconversion of the Secretary of No Violence into the Secretary of Peace and Human Rights extend out. This project present for the first time since his inauguration. So this is the first time like they've been talking about all these projects. Kind of like the project like they would present, like he present to end to finish with the sexual tourism, and like problems, all this problem with foreigners, all this issue in Medellin. Is like they gonna create like a ministry of tourism, which means like it's gonna be just like kind of like, let's say, a government, but they only gonna be in charge, of tourism, all this stuff. And this is the way how they gonna manage, all this issue, all this situation with foreigners in Medellin, guys. So this say I'm into promoting the tourism sector in a responsible manner. I'm promoting peaceful coexistence between inhabitants. So this say he also said like his main goals or is initiate through a strategy address tourism with the aim of eliminating harmful practice such as sexual tourism and tourists link up to drugs. In this regard, well, before I said reading this part, also let me remind you, like, for example, like I know like tourists, like my bad, like prostitution is legal in Colombia, but I mean, they can see prohibits in place, like they see like it's a lot of families, stuff like that, like they did in the old city in the clock tower, but they already get back. So the girls already came back to the clock tower. So yeah, but they can prohibit the prostitution in this type of place. And so he say, in this regard, the mayor point out to the importance of tourists in the economy of Medellin, currently contributing 7 points to the local JDP. I don't know what the hell means that, but it's JSDP. So the aim on this transfer the Secretary of Tourism of the Secretary of Economic Development into the Undersecretary of Tourism. Promotion in the entertainment, but this time under the protection of the new secretary, dedicating exclusive to tourism. Guys, like I've been saying, I know you guys maybe will be mad, with this news, with these updates about Medellin, but I also want you guys to like feel, how the mayor of Medellin is feeling about all this situation, because he's not the one like setting up tourists, tourists, all of that. He just wanna, manage his city, as much as he can. He just wanna do his best. But imagine, like I say, imagine if you were the mayor of Medellin for 1 minute. How will you feel about that? Just speaking about numbers, like 43 foreigners died in Medellin last year, and it's been like just only like 2 months, and 12 had died over there, but different ways, different circumstances, like because not all of them die, by getting drugged, getting robbed, getting set up, none of that, because like I say, a lot of people, they just die, because God sent, for them, he took them, with him, but so all this situation like is really affecting Medellin, which is like a beautiful and amazing city. Medellin is a really nice and a beautiful city, guys. So, and I hope you guys understand that part. And I also want, like, if they're gonna create this kind of like Ministry of Tourism in Medellin, it also will bring positive things with to the tourism, all of that. And that's what they've been saying, like they're trying to bring like good things, responsible tourism, all of that. That's what they trying to create. Also, guys, I will share this video with y'all, because I know like it might be like some people like some haters, like they might say, oh, he's just creating this to get views, none of that. I don't do this for me, because I'm in Colombia, so I can have access, to all this type of news. But I know like a lot of you guys, y'all can be here, unfortunately full time, so you all don't know like about how's the situation so far with the country, the cities, and all of that. So I'm gonna share this video with y'all, like about that's the mayor of Medellin, Federico Gutierrez. He's speaking fast and say talking about his plans, all of that. I will try to translate back and forth. Let's see, watch this video with me, guys. So he's basically I'm trying to translate, he's basically saying like he already present his plan, about the Ministry of Tourism in Medellin. Like he's just trying to promote like good responsible tourism. He also reminds like they don't want like more successful tourism in Medellin, none of this bullshit. They just want responsible tourism. Like I said, he also reminds, like he knows, like it's around 90,000 people in Medellin that work with tourism, and there is almost 9,400 companies that dedicate with tourism over there. He also knows that that's what he's doing his best to offer these people a plan to trying to because like he's working in that, and some people can lose a lot of money if he doesn't have like like a second option, none of that. Also he said like, hey, I want they want the tourists come to Medellin, but they don't want like tourism, like sexual tourism, none of this bullshit. So if you kind of like, the type of traveler, that travel to Medellin for that, that's not my problem. It's not my concern. People try with the money, anywhere they want, because, they've been working for that. But, like, it's kind of like, that's what they say, it's kind of like, sexual tourism, it's not welcome anymore to Medellin. And, he also said, like, he want the tourism, to try to, like, promote, good employment, like, no paying, for sex, have fun, none of that, guys. So, guys, this is the situation with Medellin. And, this video might be long a little bit, but, I think, like, it's necessary to do, like, when I have good information, I like just to send, like, all the details, to get, like, the best info, to give you all the best info, for me to, I'm trying to get also, the best info. So, I think, like, long as video, they're necessary for that. Also, guys, let me bring you guys all the news, and I think, it's a good one. Yeah, it's also related to tourism, like I say, and is the mayor of Medellin, guys. He's gonna meet up. He has a meeting with the people, from Tinder, with the representing, of the people that represent Tinder, in Colombia. So, guys, y'all know what's up with Tinder, in the country, especially Medellin, like a lot of people, they getting set up. So he's getting desperate. That's what, like I say, the decision like he's making is because, he's getting desperate and he doesn't know what to do at this point. So, guys, let me read this history about, mayor of Medellin meeting with people from Tinder. They're trying to fix the problem about Americans, foreigners getting set off in Medellin by beautiful women and by ugly ones too, because there is a lot of guys, they smash some monsters, But yeah, let's just say with it, with the info about Tinder, guys. So the mayor of Medellin, Federico Gutierrez, will meet up with representative people that represent Tinders, one of the largest dating applications in the world. And let me tell you also this, guys, this is a, kind of like an update, so you guys can have an idea, like, about, how Tinder works in Colombia. Well, from what I, people like, that I know, speaking about Colombians don't really use Tinder in Colombia. Like, there is, like there is a lot of, well, all my friends, people, a lot of people that I know, they don't use Tinder. Like, this is something like I don't recommend tourists to use, because, like, they getting a lot of people set up. But before that, like, before, like, all these things were happening in Medellin, because, like, let me tell you this, like, people like getting dropped or something, like getting robbery, like, it's a couple, all of that, getting set up, it's been it's a long game, and it's an old game in Colombia. This is an old game, and this is one of the reasons why Colombians, they don't use that, because you just don't know, like, person like you go meet up with. And like I'm from the hood, like I've been saying, and like the way, like, how I grew up in my hood is like, hey, don't trust in everybody and the mama, because, we never know. We just never know. So you never know who is behind the screen. You never know, like, their intentions, all of that. They plans with you. So, like, again, like a lot of men in Colombia, like I say, like, I could say, like, 85% of the men in Colombia don't use Tinder. They don't use that. So, I don't see the reason why, foreigners, they got to go in hard, to Tinder, when I'm sharing, this information. Like, even Colombians, a lot of Colombians, men, they don't use Tinder, they don't use none of this bullshit. So don't risk yourself using none of this. Some of them, they're good, but Tinder is kind of like, it's been like a red flag. It's been a lot of gangster, women, they're taking advantage of that to get, all these people set up. So the reason for the meeting is to analyze the issue of crime in the capital of Antioquia that involves the users of that app. This taking into account the attacks of foreigners in the city seems to be increasing, and the main means for criminals to locate the victim is the data platform Tinder. So, according to the information revealed by Noticias Caracol, which is a popular news in Colombia, popular newspapers, the meeting will take place during the last week of February 24, and the meeting was managed through the United States Department of State. Listen, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if the embassy of the United States is putting like a fake on the neck in the mayor of Medellin, because like a lot of American citizens, they have been dying, and they might be they want they trying to put pressure on them, hey, you guys gotta do this, gotta find the responsible for these crimes, you guys gotta do this. So don't be surprised if it is the United States, because the United States has a lot of influence in Colombia, and kind of what they say is kind of what we had to do, follow the rules. And this might be the issue with the mayor of Medellin. Who knows about that? So they say the authorities of the capital of Antioquia, based on the results of that meeting, will work to establish strategies to protect non-migrant foreigners from crimes. Medellin authorities work to stop crimes against foreign tourists for some time now. It has become a common practice for criminals in the capital of Antioquia to contact foreigners through dating application to steal them. So, like I say, this shit, all this shit, with Tinder, all of that, like I say, hey, we don't use that shit here, because we know what's up. We know what's up with all this situation, and so nobody, wanna get set up, wanna get robbed, all of that. And like I said, they use beautiful girls, all of that. I don't know, it's because if I'm Colombian and I'm used to see a lot of beautiful women, but I say, we say in Colombia, from this good, they don't give you a lot. So if you see a very beautiful woman, well, some of them the real ones, but if you see a very beautiful woman, she just wanna be with you, full time, all of these, all of that, and you just met her a few weeks ago, it's kind of like red flag, So this is something it should, like I say, it's kind of like a red flag. So we don't do those type of bullshit in Colombia. So the modus operandi used by most criminal groups contacting foreigners through platforms like Tinder, for example, with their profile of a young and attractive woman. Later they meet up then on a bar, on a restaurant, and they suggest going to a more private place, whether the victim's apartments or the hotel. So this is something very crazy, Also, they think also, they've been saying majority of these women, they were the drivers. And this is something that I know, the girls, in CTG, speaking about the girls that I know in CTG, that's what they do for a living, working girls, all of that. All of them, they have a driver. Before you want to call somebody, they already be calling somebody, or to tell you, anywhere you guys going or something. So, this is also, they say majority of these guys, majority of the drivers, I'm not saying, all the drivers for the girls, the girls that are dedicated to rob, drug, set it up for aim. So, majority of these drivers, they part of the game, part of the group, part of the organization. So they say the sectional director for Medellin, prosecutor Jerry Milena Amaro, indicate that the investigating entity already has team specifically dedicated to this type of case, and some of the results have been shy. However, he support the alerts that are issued for visitors to exercise caution during their stay in the city. So the prosecutors office are dedicated to this crime. They also say, we want tourists to continue arriving to the city but respect and contribute to our growth. What we seek from the mayor office of Medellin to join forces to establish an action plan to increase security conditions to improve the image of the city and ensure the protection of tourists of citizens, indicate to the Secretary of Economy and Development of Medellin, Maria Fernanda Galeano. So according to figures from the Institute Legal of Medicine, during the previous year, 43 foreigners were identified as victims of homicide for different reasons. Of those 36 cases correspond to Venezuelan citizens that they were living in the city of Medellin and in contents that are investigated by the authorities regarding to foreigners. The report indicated that 7 cases of homicide occurred in the similar conditions in which were previously contacted through social networks. So, guys, like it's not like I want to blame Venezuela for part of this people getting set up homicide all of this. But like you heard that, like you heard what I just read, 36 cases belong to Venezuelans. So only from last year, from 43 cases, 35 cases belong to Venezuelan people. So this is a high number for Venezuelans that live in that were involved in those type of cases, because like at the end of the day, they just they immigrants in Colombia. They kind of like some of them, they are illegally, but who cares, to be illegal in Colombia. So yeah, this is a huge number. So you guys gotta be careful with a lot of Venezuelans. Some of Venezuelans, I have like a lot of friends today from Venezuela, and they are very good person. They are very amazing persons. But the ones that are bad, they bad. They bad. So, and some of them, they had the reputation to be ungrateful. So, I don't know too much about that, because, like I said, the friends that I know that are Venezuelan, so they are very good with me. So, they've been showing me love. I've been showing them love. So, this is, the experience that I have from Venezuelan, because, like, it's kind of like a lot of people want to blame Venezuelan, for everything. But, in this case, I don't want to throw, nothing on them. But this is a huge number from them, guys. So, yeah. Also, I would just want to share with you guys, it's not like, because a lot of people, they might think like, government don't care about, tourism, none of that. I know they do care about that. They do care about tourism. But, like, unfortunately, you got to think like, at the end of the day, we are in a third country, third world country, Colombia. And we don't have like maybe, the technology, like the ways how to find the responsible quick, like, like they do in the States, like, in Europe, like they have, like a lot of technology, to find the responsible of crimes and stuff like that. No, like it's hard, it's hard. Even, when they kill, like, somebody part-time, sometimes the people, they laugh, the murderers, people that do the kill the person, they laugh, and it's difficult to find them. So I hope you guys understand that part. I know they're working on that. They're working on that because they're gonna meet up with Tinder people, all of that. So they're working on that for real. So I hope you guys get that. It's a slow process, but secure. And I know they're responsible. All of this death, they will pay, for what they did, guys. So, guys, I hope you guys like my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel again, guys. I hope you guys, understand I can make like, a few mistakes in English. I hope you guys, understand this is something new for me. This is something new. I'm a shy person, but, I like to be, behind the screen, bringing you guys, the best info about, my country, my city, all of that. So I hope you guys get that, understand that message. So, guys, that's all I want to say, guys. That's all I want to bring to you guys about Medellin. And, guys, don't judge the Medellin mayor, because he's just trying to do his best. He's trying to do the best, what he got on his hands. So, yeah, get that. So, guys, if any days, also let me remind you, like, if any day, anytime, any second, any minute, any year, Any moment you guys coming to Cartagena, Colombia, don't forget to hit me up. I own a tour company in the city, so I'm the owner. We offer tours like, Volcano, Palenque, private boats, private villas, Yachts, all of that. So I can tell you to the how to spell, restaurant, clubs, anywhere you want to go, I can tell you. Not anywhere, like good place. So, I can tell you to over there. So also, guys, don't forget to follow me on IG. You guys can find me there like CTG Connections. That's how you guys can find me on IG. So, I will appreciate if you guys, subscribe, my bad. Subscribe to my channel and follow me on IG. So, guys, that's all I want to say to you guys. So, see you soon. See you soon, guys. See you next time with the best information about Colombia, Cartagena, Medellin, in the future, maybe around the world, guys. So that's all I want to bring it to you guys. So see you soon. See you next time. This is Carlos, the Colombian guy. Boom.